Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well today. Happy Saturday. Oh, I got a lot to do today. I don't know about you guys, but let's just jump right in, shall we? Lovers. Okay. So, we are focusing on self-love and our self-care. And that's a good energy today. We talked about it yesterday, so I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself, but in this deck, I feel like the Lovers is a self-love because she's looking in the mirror, right? She sees herself as she wants to be, not as the world sees her. There was a meme on Facebook a while back. My friend and I were talking about the other day, and it's, who were you before the world told you who you were supposed to be? And I feel like this card is indicative of remembering who that was. And when we remember who we were and are at an authentic level, then miracles start to happen in a big way. Four of Wands in reverse again. I did shuffle these cards, I promise. Actually, I shuffled them a few times. Again, that's stability when it's an upright, but I feel like that's shedding the titles and what's the word I'm looking for? Personas, I guess, that we were given by the world, when we were little. It just takes a half a second for, oh, wow, I'm the devil, still. All right, we seem to be getting a repeat of yesterday's reading. And like I said, I have shuffled these cards, so I don't know what's happening here, but I'm going to look up the Four of Wands in reverse and make sure that I have that correct. It is leaving home, moving out, a surprise party, or arguments. So maybe we're arguing. Maybe I, you know what? Maybe I just didn't read this right yesterday. Maybe that's why we're getting a repeat. So let's look. I see this as self-love, authentic self-love. If this is arguing and fighting and moving, maybe that's the self-imposed bondage that exists. What is it you're arguing about, I wonder? Maybe you're fighting to, you know what I think is funny? In a traditional Rider-Waite deck, the Lovers and the Devil will always be the same two characters. Actually, I wish I had it. I don't have it close by, but basically the Lovers and the Devil is the same energy. The difference being that the Devil is those limitations, it's those limiting beliefs or those things that hold us back, that are within our control, that we don't even realize that we're doing to ourselves. In this deck, in my mermaid deck, they are completely different. She's a redhead here and she's not, so you can't even say that that they are the same character. However, it is just one character, as opposed to in a traditional deck, it's two. She has many, many resources around her in this Devil card. And she's just choosing not to reach out and use them. Again, that lock is open, but she sees it as she can't get out of the situation, right? Whereas here, you see that sun is implied, right? Back here, all the rays. And she does appear to be underwater, but in the mirror, she's on land. So maybe we are still seeing ourselves as the world told us we should be seen. We're somehow fighting that. We're fighting letting go of those beliefs, letting go of those titles and personas and archetypes, really. And not letting go of those is holding us back, even though we have all the self-love that we think we need. You know, we can always do better in that area. I'm not entirely sure that the world at large knows what a true unconditional love would feel like to give or receive. And I'm sure there are those out there that do, but I would have to say for the majority, I myself personally, not sure I know what that is. I know I've seen it. I've identified it in certain people, or what I think it is, I should say. Because, sorry guys, I had to get my coffee. But in reality, do I really know what that is? Have I really experienced it? Hi guys, so I have to laugh because it never fails to amuse me that I will get a phone call during a reading every time, and even if I'm on Do Not Disturb. I haven't figured out how to stop that yet, but it is what it is. At any rate, my daughter had to let me know that she got a new phone, and she was taking some pictures of my grandkids, so of course I had to look at those. Anyway, I digress. So we started out with a similar reading from yesterday with our lovers and the Four of Wands in reverse and the Devil, and our self-imposed limitations of those definitions of who we are, and having a hard time maybe shedding those or letting those go. I did have 3 cards fall. The Three of Wands fell out. Now the Three of Wands is usually, it has 3 characters in it, and it is depicted of, this reminds me of like a community effort, usually. It's teamwork. And in this deck, of course, there's only one character. So I feel like the team involved here is your intuition, your spirit guides, your ancestors, God, whomever it is that you call on from the other dimension or realm or heaven or whichever you want to call it for help. Maybe it's Archangel Gabriel or Michael or Jesus or Mary or, you know, whomever. But this Three of Wands is that community of spirit guides that we use that will help us during these times, which brings us to the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is absolutely the beginning, right? It's something new. So how can you define yourself the way you were meant to be defined before the world told you who you had to be? It's an idea. It is a spark, right? Everything that exists on our earth right now is in fact something that started as a thought, if you think about it. So these cards existed as a thought in someone's mind before they were created. Everything had to start with an idea, and a spark of an idea that just grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. So what is it that's kind of bouncing around your head that's just an idea right now that's going to grow and grow and grow and grow? That is, in fact, how we got from the lovers to the devil, was an idea that was implanted in our minds as children, and usually during a very emotional situation, emotionally charged situation, and a word was said or a thought was created or something like that, in which it was implanted into your subconscious very quickly and very deeply. And those are the things that we need to figure out. We need to trace them back to their Ace of Wands. What is it about yourself that you don't agree with, but you somehow made the agreement to believe that you were told as a child, that you don't even know or realize yet. I give you a good example. I often say that I'm a great coach and a terrible player. And really, who said you couldn't be both a good player and a good coach, right? Who said you had to be one or the other? You know, question everything, guys. Everything you believe, question. Trace it back to its Ace of Wands. Trace it back to where it came from. And see if it's actually yours. And if it's not, let it go. Because it doesn't have to be. Just because someone told you something is so, doesn't make it so. I could go on for days about this, but I'm gonna stop there. So that's our Ace of Wands. And that brings us to the Chariot. The Chariot is quick moving energy. It is the number 7 card, 7 being lucky and divine, right? There's 7 days in a week. And on the 7th day, God rested. Sorry, guys, I don't know what's going on with my throat chakra there. But this is action, right? It's change. It could be seeing yourself through different eyes, through your own eyes, through the eyes of authenticity is the word I want here. Find that authenticity. And once you see it and you find it and you recognize those things, it will happen so fast. I promise you it will happen so fast. So that's our energy today. We've literally got 2 major arcana bookending the reading and 1 in the center of the reading. So, you know, I thought we were done with this cycle that we happen to be in. And I think we are. I think we've conquered a lot, but I think there's always more to go, right? It's kind of like laundry. You're just never done. There's always more to do. So, you know, it's just a different level of it. And what we don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is, what does that say? Oh, strength in reverse. I'm actually going to look that up to make sure I get that correct. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time reading cards today. But this is fear. So yeah, I mean, it's scary. Things are never going to be complete. They're never going to be done. We're never going to be done with our shadow work. And maybe that can be a scary thought. Maybe it's not something we want to admit or see right away, but it doesn't have to be, right? It's just change. It's just growth. Happens every day. And as we get used to doing it, we're probably going to do it without even realize we're doing it. So I'm going to pull a couple advice cards for us for today. And then later today, I want to do our shadow readings. So I've got the Disney Villains deck ready. I have it out and acclimating back to my energy because it's been in the car packed for a couple of weeks now. It's been a wild couple of weeks for me, guys. Yeah. At any rate, here is our advice for today. Have an amazing day. Believe, achieve, succeed. So what you believe, you can achieve, and you will succeed. And have an amazing day. And with that, guys, I'm going to get out of here because I got a bunch of errands to run. And then later this afternoon, I'll be back to do our shadow work Saturday. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day.